to another venture. Super excited today because we're back at that hole where I caught near 5 and 3.5. My dad actually came here without me one day to kind of explore some more, and he said it might have been a fisherman tail, but he said he hooked a 7 at least and lost it on the side of the boat. Love you, Dad. That might have been just a story, but got me all excited. So those big fish I caught out here last time may not be the big ones. So anyways, we're back here at the same spot. I did bring my son here before today, but the wind was blowing 25 and he got on 2 fish. I did catch 1. I'll show you those clips here soon. He had a great time at his first kayak fish ever, and he was just throwing a little crappie magnet, black and chartreuse, and he had on a bobber, so that thing just dumped and he caught a nice 10 or 11 inch bass. I can't remember, but he was so excited. So I've made a couple trips out here, but the wind just has not cooperated. So they've been short trips, caught a couple fish, but not worth posting in one video. But we're back here today. The wind is perfect, the weather is 60 degrees. It's a beautiful day. The leaves are changing and I'm stoked. Now today I actually brought a friend with me. He was a old friend of mine back in the day. We kind of grew up together. He's back in town, so I brought him with me today. And so hopefully we can figure out what these big ones are doing today and catch a mondo. Anyway, stick with me, stay tuned, and I'll meet you upstream. 1, 2, 3. All right, sit down. Oh, it's in the water. You got fish on. Reel it, buddy. Reel it. Reel it. Reel it. Reel it. You got a fish on. You got a fish on. What'd you catch? Whoa, look at that. Whoa, you caught a bass, dude.
Oh my God.
That's a big old bass. Woo, good job. We just cast it over here in the shade, and Grayson just smoked this little spotted bass.
And I got this.
You want to touch it?
Yeah, sure.
You want me to let him go?
Yeah.
All right, there he goes. Fist bump, dude. Nice. Right there. Right there. Reel it a couple times. Right there. I think the wind's slowing down. Reel it a couple times. Oh, it's under. Reel it, bro. What do you got? There he is. You got a fish. You got another bass. Oh, he popped off. You got another bass on. Oh my gosh! Look, you got a big fish, dude. Dude, fight it. Fight it. Oh my gosh. Look at that big fish. Look at that big fish, buddy. Oh my goodness. Flip him in. Flip him in. He's going to break you off. Oh, look at that one, man. Grayson just caught him another stud. This one's chunky butt right there. Look at that gut, Grayson. Woo! Caught him right on the nose. We're just burning it in, actually. And he smoked it right by the kayak. I saw him come up for it. And Grayson finished him out. Nice.
You had the
All right, we'll let this one go. That was exciting on that little light rod. Fish on. First fish of the day for me. Just a little 10-incher, nothing too fancy. But he smoked that new brush hog I've been throwing a lot. sunfish on? Just caught another little spot. I had to do some surgery on him. I actually saw some waking next to me on the left side. So I grabbed my little crankbait and tossed over there and let my brush hog just kind of sit on the right by my kayak, really, about 5 feet from me. And he must have picked it up when I was trying to mess with that fish waking. Anyways, just a little guy, but he's all good. He's kicking. We got that hook out of his gullet. Got it. Got it. Good one. Oh no. He popped off. There's a fish. There he is. There's a fish. Got another one on the brush hog. Not a bad one. Biggest of the day for me. Get him out of there. He was not getting off that. There we go. Beautiful fish. He is probably 11, 12 inches. Nice and.
Like, worst case scenario, we gotta drag a kayak.
Yeah.
Several.
I got I think a sunfish on me. He keeps pecking at it. He's too big for it.
Oh yeah, the little machine gun.
Yeah, he's getting that little nugget chew going. I think he's got it. Yep. Oh, that's a big one. That's a nice one. That was not the one I was chewing. Stay out of the brush pile. Come here. Hey, these bigger ones might be shallow after all. Got him. Not a bad one. Look at that largie right there on the brush hog. Biggest one for me today. On that crazy peanut butter and jelly brush hog. He's about a 14, 15. Beautiful largie. Smoke the brushy. One more look. Thanks for that awesome fight, bud. My line was just doing this when I looked at you, and I looked back, and I was like, I think either I'm sliding down a log or that's a fish. Little guy, nothing big or anything. Especially California. My wife's wanting to go to Hawaii. It's like, you don't have to get a time travel monthly payment plan on that thing. There's one. Stay down, stay down. I don't think it's a big one, but it's a good. No, he ain't that big.
Quick release. Oh, you got one.
Oh yeah, he's still in there.
Oh yeah.
Man, he's got some bumps on the side of him. Look at that.
That's kind of weird.
Got some type of disease, some virus. Just a little spot. Well, not touch him that long. Gross. Really? As you can see, we just backed into the driveway here. We're about to unload everything. But one of you in the comments on a previous adventure asked, how do I load my kayak or transport it? So I'm gonna walk you through what I currently do. Then also I'm gonna address, if you don't have a truck, what I did for my car when I owned a car, and what I did on an SUV, a mid-size SUV. So I'm gonna walk you through those really quick and kind of conclude today's trip. On my truck, for my hitch, I have a, what I call a T-bar, or a bed extender. I think it's the actual name of it. But, you know, extends out from my bed, probably about, I would say 6 feet. So my truck bed's super short. And so I think it's just a 5-foot truck bed. It's going to give me another, 10 to 11 feet altogether. So what I do is I put a little pool noodle right there on that T to give it a little cushion between my kayak and that bar, because I hit some gravel roads where it bounces a lot, and I just want to avoid any dents or anything like that on that hot spot. So whatever you're car topping, using a car rack or SUV rack, however you're strapping down your kayak, you definitely want to do this pattern here where you horseshoe the bar on each side, as you can see there. That's going to give it the optimum security. It's going to make it super secure, and you don't have to worry about shifting on each side to side. I horseshoe one side and then loop it back over, loop it under, and then I tighten it right there. So right here in the back, on a truck, you have these little side rail systems. And so I'll loop it through there and run it through my handles. Some kayaks don't have handles, but if you have handles on there, definitely use those because they're mounted on this kayak. There's not going to be any shifting. So I run it through on the other side, then connect it here in the middle. So that's how I currently haul my kayak. Well, here's a little picture of when I car topped my kayak. Now, this was a light kayak, easy to do. But anyways, I used the Sea to Summit paddleboard / kayak pads. And what was great, it had a built-in strap that you loop through the doors of your car, and it pinned those pads down on your car. And then you just did the same horseshoe situation. And here's when I load them up on top of my wife's SUV. I use the J hooks. Now the J hooks are great if you have a round bottom kayak and a smaller kayak. Those J hooks are great for specific kayaks. But what I did was on my bigger kayak, I flipped it upside down on top of my wife's car, and I did the horseshoe method with the strap. And then her kayak was small and round, and I used the J hooks for her kayak and strapped them in. So that was a brief walkthrough of how I hauled my kayaks currently and in the past. Hopefully you got some tips from that. They were kind of finicky today. Unfortunately, it was just really, really cold. That water temperature since the last time I fished there till today, it probably dropped another 10 degrees. So they're a little bit lockjaw today. But we were able to use the same stuff we used last time and got on a few. No big ones today, unfortunately. I did lose that one that I'll show you a clip of. It felt like maybe a 2.5, 3 something. It was definitely a bigger one, but I just did not hook them well, unfortunately. But anyways, it was awesome letting my son go to that same spot, and the wind was just so bad. We got on a couple fish, and about 15 minutes later, we're like, today's not the day, let's go. But anyways, it's a great little area, but I was really wanting to explore more of it today. I was wanting to go downstream, but by the time we explored that same area I explored last time, we kind of ran out of time. I'm wanting to go back when I have a full day and go downstream from there. I'm going to have to drag and portage around several spots, but there are some bigger holes downstream that I've seen on satellite and Google Maps. So the potential's there. It's just been so shallow, it's just hard to float it right now. Hopefully these tips and tricks will help you out on your next trip. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next adventure.